Welcome to Search for Mighty Max, the show where me and my brother, we search for, find, and talk about toys. So it's still the 4th of July weekend. It's really hot. I have a fan. I've got some tart cherry limeade seltzer aid. So refreshing. So fucking hot. Alright, so for today's episode, I actually went to another toy fair. It was very similar to the other toy fair I went to. Sponsored by the same people, Time Tunnel Toys. A lot of the same vendors, I noticed, but some new ones. I didn't want to go originally because it was so close to the other one that I had gone to, but I ended up wanting to get out of town that weekend. So I went to another toy show, and I didn't spend as much as I did last time, didn't get as lucky as I did last time, but I definitely did find some cool stuff. So let's see. Alright, so give me a second to explain these. So I have this concept in my head, I call it go-backs, where there's just different stuff that I am collecting or working on, or maybe I saw or was informed of during a toy fair or during the homework that I do, where I kind of research like a toy line and the toy series and the toy sets and all that type of stuff. So check out this figure right here. This is Stegron. He's a Spider-Man bad guy who kind of like the Lizard, but kind of an X-Men kind of crossover thing. He found like a stone in the Savage Land, and then because he was exposed to the stone, it does like some kind of evolutionary thing, so it turned him into a fucking dinosaur. And dude, this figure's fucking huge and looks awesome. So I was doing some homework on some Spider-Man action figures on another toy line that I was looking at, and I found a couple other ones, and I just happened to find this toy line, and I was like, holy shit, they made a Stegron? I'm definitely gonna buy that. And then I bought this as a lot with Ultron. So here's Ultron, which is like an Avengers bad guy. I mean, according to the movies, I don't really know. And it came with both of their cards. So this is the Marvel Supervillains, the Vault, High Security Prison Lockdown. And you can see that they're pretty big figures, and the set is only 3 of them. So here's the Stegron card. And then here's the Ultron card. And then here was the third one. I actually got it in the box. It's Typhoid Mary. Don't know this character at all. But there's that card. So let's see. Stegron. The prehistoric human-loathing dino creature was once a geneticist named Dr. Vincent Stegron, researching the cellular regeneration of dinosaur tissue, but after an experimental serum was injected into his bloodstream, this once gentle researcher was forever transformed into the armored assailant known as Stegron. Stegron is eventually thrown into the high-tech prison known as the Vault, where he now spends all his time in high-tech restraints, which I have right here. So all of these things kind of have like prison. To keep them in prison, they have to have like stuff on them, so they won't fucking kill everybody and everything. Which I was like, wow, that figure's already fucking amazing. And then you have this extra pieces, prison restraints, so that way they don't escape from prison. I'm like, what? That's fucking awesome. Cool concept, and they were not expensive at all, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna pick those up. Like, that's super cool. So yeah, there was just like a couple other series that were part of Toy Biz for Spider-Man, or related to Spider-Man, kind of, I guess, but related to a couple other different things. Wasn't there something for this guy's head? Oh, it's this thing. Wait, how does this work? I don't remember. I know this is supposed to go on his head. But like how though? I know what I can do. I can look at the instructions. So it goes on his face. That doesn't look right at all. Maybe the top of his head? Oh, I see it. It goes this way. One second, we'll get this together. I'm trying not to break it as well. There we go. It's supposed to go on his face. And then this piece is part of that, but I think it connects somewhere that broke off. So that's okay, whatever. So yeah, Stegron, Ultron, and Typhoid Mary. Oh yeah, and the Stegron one I think I said wrong. There's a storyline where he finds the stone in Savage Land and then he goes back to being a dinosaur. But originally, sounds like he did some experimental bullshit just like the lizard. Ultron, created by Avenger Hank Pym, fearsome robot known as Ultron, is a classic textbook example of an experiment gone awry. Originally constructed as a laboratory aid, Ultron soon discovered it had the capacity for creative intelligence and self-repair. Ultron quickly cultivated an intense dislike for his master. He said, "Fuck you, Hank Pym." That's what it says right here. "Fuck you, Hank Pym." And it faced the Avengers on numerous occasions, each time with a modified version of himself. This menace to society is currently imprisoned at the Vault. It's only a matter of time before it devises a way to escape its restraints. Oh, and then it has this other piece that goes like right here somewhere. Or wait, no, it goes on his arm. Kind of looks like a gun, but I guess it's supposed to be part of the restraint. Alright. Typhoid Mary, who are you? Suffering from a dual personality disorder since birth, Typhoid Mary has never been what one would call a stable girl. Mary is extremely reckless and dangerous when she falls into her typhoid persona, often steering her activities in a more criminal direction. As Typhoid Mary, she possesses low-level telekinetic, pyrotechnic, and psychic suggestive abilities. Wow. A lot of powers there. In the past, Mary has allied herself with the notorious crime lord Kingpin, but she now spends her days with numerous other criminals in the superhuman prison known as the Vault. Yep, she hangs out with Stegron and Ultron. Let's see. She's supposed to like swing her arms, and she can get out of the shackles. That's cool. This guy has, they all have like some kind of feature. So Ultron has a little button on the back, and then you push it and his eyes light up. Pretty cool feature. Always like the light up features. Little button on his back. It's like set up. Oh, nice. Alright, Stegron. His arms go up. It feels really smooth actually. I'm like, this figure is probably going to be one of my favorites. So his hands come up. It's just like a switch on the back that you just push down. And then his mouth opens. I'm like, that's a pretty loose piece. I'm glad that wasn't like lost. Yeah, he looks good. The tail is nice too because I can move it around. And tails are always nice because it makes them easier to balance. I think that's why I like the lizard figure, or a feature about the lizard figure too. Got a tail, get the balance. Okay, so Typhoid Mary, speaking about dual personalities. So I have the one X-Men figure, I have Psylocke. This is like the original. This is the light up one. Wait, how does this work? I don't remember now. Does it actually light up? It's like a piece of metal in there. I see some kind of button on her back, and there's like a battery port. I think it is actually supposed to light up. So these are light up weapons, her psionic attack of whatever. Yeah, I've always... Oh, that's interesting. Like, moves. Cool. Yeah, I've always liked... Wait, I just noticed that there's also a sword up in here. She's now left-handed with her sword. So she got a sword and a psionic attack. Cool. So yeah, I've always liked Psylocke. And at that last toy fair, I saw this figure, but I didn't buy it. So I ended up finding it online for about the same price. So this is the Ninja Psylocke with extended power sword. Don't think this is a light up one, but it does have a little bit more features in it. Not features. It does not have more features. It has more accessories in it. And I just thought it looked super cool with that black suit, and she's still got her purple hair. And this cloak, I thought it looked really good. And I was like, oh, I need to buy some more X-Men figures. Let me just buy the same one but a variant. So there's my two Psylocke figures, which are my only X-Men figures, and they're the same character. But she has like a dual personality thing too, just like that Typhoid Mary character. Psylocke, Ninja Psylocke. A mutant with powerful telekinetic abilities, Ninja Psylocke has been a long-time ally and member of the X-Men. Extensive training in the arts of ninja have made Ninja Psylocke a silent living weapon. Using her many skills, Ninja Psylocke fights the forces of Dark Nemesis and Space Ninja Deathbird in the battle for the freedom of Japan. Yeah, I did some homework on the X-Men stuff, and it's still made by Toy Biz. It kind of matches with all my Spider-Man stuff, but I don't know, I just can't really get into the X-Men stuff. So instead I just have the one Psylocke figure. If I was going to get a figure, it'd probably be like Gambit and Rogue, but the ones that I looked at just didn't really look good to me. So for right now, just sticking with Psylocke and Ninja Force Psylocke. Alright, so this one, found it carded. I also saw it at the original Toy Fair. And I saw it again when I went to this second one. Same vendor. But I had already ordered it because I wanted it from the last time that I saw it. I really like the Scarlet Spider. Ben Reilly, right? This is the clone of Spider-Man that was supposedly died but didn't, and then he came back. The origin of this costume is so cool to me. He walks into like a museum and he finds it's like a spider exhibit, and he buys this blue sweatshirt with a spider insignia on it. And then he just wears a basic red suit, and then he wears that sweatshirt. And I'm like, that sounds like such a comfortable costume. Like, yeah, if you're gonna go fight crime, just wear like your hoodie, right? So this was super random because I was like, what the hell is that? I never even knew that it existed. I had seen like the multi-packs and I'd seen all the other stuff. But this is part of the Marvel Overpower card game, super random. It even comes with a little card in there that looks whatever. Here's another picture of here's a picture of that card that's in there. And yeah, I definitely wanted this, and so I got it. It's got the price tag on top of it, $8. I think I got it for $40, which is the same price that I saw it at the Toy Fair, so I ended up picking it up. Scarlet Spider, when Ben Reilly returned from self-imposed exile, because he left himself, he was like, well, I'm a clone and I can't really go take Peter Parker's life, so what should I do? I'm just going to leave, because he's essentially Peter Parker, right? So he's a good dude. So when he returned, He created the identity of the Scarlet Spider, fighting crime alone and alongside Spider-Man. Scarlet Spider is out to prove he's just as much as a hero as any web slinger. Now with all of Spider-Man's powers and brand new wrist-firing web projectiles, Scarlet Spider is one wall crawler who's out to make a mark. Yeah, so he had more aggressive web shooters than the original Spider-Man. He's a little more jaded. And that's also why I thought I should buy it in the package, because it has these little pieces, and every time I saw it listed loose, it didn't have all the pieces. So I was like, I'm just going to have to buy it inside its package. Let's see, how can I do this? I have a couple other things I got to put on the table, and I need some room. I don't even remember what's in frame. Got my Miles Morales Spider-Man shirt on today. Across the Spider-Verse just came out recently. Super great movie. There's supposed to be a part 2 that's going to come out because that one left off on a cliffhanger, which sucked, but that's okay because it was great, and I'm sure the next one will be great too. All right, let's see. What did I grab? All right, so these were the go-backs, right? That's what I was starting off talking about. So these were go-backs. I had to go back and pick up these things that I'd seen or I kind of wanted from last time. All right, so the first thing that I actually picked up at the second toy fair was a Tiger Zord. He was selling it for $40. I gave him $30 for it. I was like, shoot, that's pretty dope. And I actually really like the White Tiger Zord. I like the White Ranger. I know a lot of people are really digging on the Green Ranger, apparently, according to pricing. Or maybe there was less of this stuff being made. I don't know. But it seems like Green Ranger stuff is just like so much more expensive to get that I'm like, is it even worth it at this point? But White Ranger stuff, who I like a little bit more, is a little bit more available to me. So available that I ended up buying 2 White Tiger Zords. So I picked this one up for $30, and this just goes to show the difference in like how people do these things with toys. So I could tell that like this Tiger Zord was super loved on because it's super dirty. Stickers are a little messed up. And what the guy say when I bought it, he was like, "Bye, White Tiger Zord." I could tell that he really liked this toy and he was letting it go. And then I turn the corner and I see another one, and I have this exchange with the guy that had this one, and I thought he said something like 50 or 40 or something like that, and I was like, "Do you say 40?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll just give it to you for 10." And I was like, "Well, that's a pretty good deal. I should probably pick that up." So I got this one for 30 and got this one for 10. It's missing all these things, and it's missing the tail, which is a sword. I think there's supposed to be some other little things that go on it right here that are red. It's like the red bulbs or something. And I saw one that was complete, and I asked the guy about it, and I was like, "Hey, like, why are a lot of these, like, you have one that has all these little bulbs on it, why are they all like missing?" And he literally went like this, and they just like fell out, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably why they're not even like in there like all tight or anything." So I was like, "Oh, that explains it." All those little pieces always falling off, and that's why a lot of these things are incomplete. But now I have 2 White Tiger Zords. And I was like, man, do I really need 2? My girlfriend was like, well, you can leave one in the Tiger Zord form and the other one into the transformed robot Tiger Zord form. And I was like, all right, well, that does sound pretty cool. So I guess I should have 2. So walking along the toy fair, I found some more stuff. So let's see, I was doing some homework on a lot of the, it's the McFarlane multiverse action figures. There's definitely a lot of them. There's a handful of cool ones, and a lot of them I just really wasn't vibing with. But one of them that I saw that I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, was this Batman with a guitar. And I thought, man, that's pretty cool. And I ended up seeing it being sold loose for 15 bucks. And I thought, wow, that will actually be really cool if I got that. Because I have a Spider-Man with the guitar. And I was like, shoot, man, I can pair that up with, you know, bass. I can pair that up with Batman on the guitar, and then I have Spider-Man on the guitar, and then I'll just have to find something else with the bass, and then something else that's playing drums. I don't know what action figure out there has a drum set, but there's got to be something. So I figured, let's just start with getting Batman. Can you bounce there? All right, cool. All right, this next figure is a little ridiculous, but I had to buy it. I felt like. So this next toy, I feel like I definitely had to buy. It's a custom toy. It's a composite toy. It's GI Rex is what I call it. It's got like GI Joe legs. They can do like the splits and stuff. Whoa! And he's got T-Rex head, and he's got this flame thing and some kind of bling. He's got some smokes paint on his shirt, and I just thought, wow, that's fucking ridiculous. And the guy was like, yeah, my friend makes toys and tries to make interesting combinations of stuff and does whatever. I was like, that's so ridiculous, I'm definitely gonna buy that. And then here's the kicker. I was like, oh, I definitely have to buy it now. He's like looking in the bottom of the box, he's like, it comes with a donut. And so he grabs a donut and he stuffs it in the T-Rex's mouth, and I was like, wow, complete. Look at that complete toy, amazing. So GI Rex, had to pick that guy up. All right, continuing on. Alright, so talking about Ninja Turtles. These are the battle shells. Unfortunately, they didn't come with any of their weapons. I knew this when I was doing my homework on these, that these were Toys R Us exclusives. These are the larger versions of the battle shell toys. And their shells open up. And you're supposed to be able to put their stuff in there. They also have some stuff on the back that, Raphael, you can put the size in. The psi, double psi, plural of psi, in the back. Leonardo's got his shell, you can put stuff in. It's supposed to have something to hold his swords, but it didn't come with it. What was I trying to say earlier? That they're Toys R Us exclusives, makes them a little bit more rare. So I found both of these. I think this one was 15 and this one was 20. Seemed like a pretty good deal. So I picked those two up because I'm trying to get those instead of the other one that I got, which was a Mutations one. It was all big. But they only had made Leonardo and Raphael, and I thought that sucked. And so I wanted something a little bit more mid-range, and then I could get all four. One thing I want to do is they have their eyes painted in there, like he has blue eyes. And he's got green eyes. But when they're all like in this show, because this is the Ninja Turtles Nickelodeon show, when they're in like fight mode, their eyes turn like completely white. And the smaller figures of the battle shell figures, they have all white eyes, but for whatever reason they painted the eyes in these ones. Maybe because there's more plastic and you can actually see them. So I'm really on the fence. Like I want to paint the eyes white, just because I feel like it matches their, you know, their battle mode stance. So when I bought them, I asked them too. I was like, "What do you guys think? You think I should paint the eyes?" And like, once you buy it, you do whatever you want. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever." All right, continuing on, I found this is an X-Men figure. It's kind of like this set, the Vault set only has the 3 figures. This one only has 3 figures as well, and it's called Marvel's Most Wanted. So it comes with Spat and Grovel, which make their appearance in X-Men number 350, which is called Gambit's Trial. Really, really important like Gambit storyline comic book. And I don't remember them being in that comic book, but I'm sure they were there. And I just thought this was so cool, and it was only being sold for $5, and I was like, I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna open that for sure. It's got a little figure and then some monster in it. I just thought that was cool. $5, good deal. So I found Pandora. Pandora is part of the independent comics, like the Clayburn More Stuff, Skybolt Toys, etc., etc. This is when they were called Bolt. Here's a little bit about the character. Thousands of years ago, Zeus created the perfect woman, a woman of such beauty, intelligence, and power that even the other gods admired her. Zeus then gave the woman an elaborate chest and told her not to open it. Also got an elaborate chest right there. She opened it anyway, and into the world flew evil in all of its forms. But the perfect woman Pandora lived on. She decided to atone for her mistake by fighting the evils she set free. Though they have multiplied and prospered throughout the centuries, she fights them still. So that's Pandora. She has this crazy dagger, which is in the package there, and this staff thing. Then she has like her shirt open, which is always fun. But yeah, I was like, okay, that seems pretty cool. Yeah, I want to grab that. Also found Kabuki. I already have this figure. The other one I have is actually signed, so I feel like I can't open it. But this was like $10. I think this one was also $10. So I bought this so I could specifically open it. Like, look at all those extra accessories in there. I wanted to fuck around with it, and I felt like I couldn't open the other one. So now I have this one, and now I can open it. Not gonna feel too bad about that at all. All right, what else did I find? So I found another Spider-Man thing. This is Marvel's famous couples, Spider-Man and Mary Jane. I had seen it pop up on eBay a couple times. Never for really a good price though. I picked this up for 20 bucks. Thought that was pretty good. But it's got Peter Parker unmasked, and it's got Mary Jane, and I thought that was a really cool little pack, so I grabbed it. So, building up the multi-packs collection of Spider-Man figures, right? So check out this. This was another kind of a go back, I guess, but also a, what did we say? We were texting about this, and I said, it's not a Hail Mary, it's not a gold mine. Holy Grail, that was the word. I was like, Holy Grail, right? And then you had said, Holy Grail, there can only be one. So I was like, that makes sense. There's only one cup out there, one Holy Grail, only one thing. So then what's the other thing? A Holy Gem, is what she said. So this was a Holy Gem for me, this one I'm about to show you. I had done my Spider-Man homework, and I saw everything that was available, and I saw this one, and I was like, man, if I ever find that, that will be super dope. So it's another multi-pack, and it's a FAO Schwartz exclusive. I don't know what that is, but it's an exclusive one. It comes with fucking Cosmic Spider-Man and this transforming symbiotic Spider-Man. Obviously, I'm more excited about the Cosmic one. When I saw that figure, I thought, oh my god, I need to get that. That is so cool. But it was only available in this package. And the colors of this just look really great. The red and the purple and everything. Whoop. Thought it looked awesome. On the back, it just talks about Spidey could mentally morph into wait, what's going on here? When Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider, he had no idea he would be transformed into the Amazing Spider-Man. But Peter has undergone other transformations as well. Discovering his symbiotic black costume, Spidey could even mentally morph his costume to look like regular clothing. And when Spider-Man temporarily gained the powers of Captain Universe, he became the cosmic-powered wall crawler. Having experienced more transformations in his life than he'd like to remember, Spider-Man has a great appreciation for all the times when he can just be mild-mannered Peter Parker. So mild-mannered Peter Parker and strange transformations. A little bit different sizes of box. I didn't realize until I put them up. So pretty cool. FAO Schwartz. I feel like it's like a bank or something. I never really looked it up. Special collector's edition. Oh yeah, I was super excited to get this. I've seen it listed online for like 100, but this one I picked up for 50, so like half the price. And I thought that was fucking awesome. So just for shits and giggles, I grabbed this one because I wanted to have all my multi-packs together. So now I have 3 multi-packs: Strange Transformation, Famous Couples, and then this freaking dope Monsters Mayhem in like perfect condition. That one's in pretty good condition too, that Strange Transformations. The Famous Couples is a little torn up, but that's okay because I got it for a really good deal. So that's everything that I found on round 2 of the Toy Fair. I don't think it was completely different than that first one. Like I said, it had the same host, a lot of the same vendors, and everything like that. So dope. So that's everything I found. I had a good time, just like last time. I definitely didn't feel like I got as lucky, and I'll be looking out for some more events that maybe I can go to and find some different stuff. So in the meantime, web's out, peace out.
White Ranger Tiger Power, White Ranger Tiger Power, White Ranger Tiger Power, White Ranger Tiger Power. Go White Ranger, go White Ranger, go White Ranger, go White Ranger right now.
Thousands of years ago, Zeus created the perfect weapon. Let's move this out of the way. Are you serious? Fucking dominoes over here. Oh, because it's not balanced. Okay, starting over.